All right. Today I am here with my October 2025 movie haul. I've been wanting to make this a new monthly series because I wanted to talk about the new movies I add to my collection every month. So yeah, here I am. This is what I got this month. I got about 15 movies. Goddamn. you know, went a little overboard. Let's see what I got. Uh-huh. First movie is one I waited a long time to get, and that is Small Soldiers on 4K, the Steelbook. And this movie, I missed the first time around. It had sold out uh, when it initially released, and I'm glad I waited because regularly $30, and when it restocked on Amazon, it was during Prime days, and I got it for $18.99. So absolute steal, and I believe it's still currently sold out after that. So who knows? It'll come back in stock. And this is a classic movie from my childhood, basically like a uh, violent version of Toy Story. And I remember I used to love this, and my parents were divorced, which my dad had this movie for me to watch, which my mom did not allow at her house because it was too violent. So shout out to my dad for letting me watch this when I was a kid because I love this movie. And everything else is just a fucking toy. So next, I picked up Civil War from Walmart, and it was $7.50 on sale, and I just wanted to check it out. I'd never had a chance to see this while it was in theaters. So it's the A24 movie, which they regularly go on sale if you don't know this. So yeah, maybe I'll do a review of this later. I haven't, as you can tell, opened it yet. But I haven't seen it. So next, I got this also from Walmart. Technically, I got this in September. But hey, you know, I don't make the rules. We'll just say I got this in October because it was end of the month. But anyway, I got the comedy classic on 4K for just under $10, Tommy Boy, which this is the 30th anniversary release of Tommy Boy. And I was very excited to see that because I initially wanted to get this when it first came out. And I kind of waited. I'm glad I did because, like I said, under $10, can't go wrong. And I didn't have this on Blu-ray either, so I had the DVD, which definitely was due to be upgraded. And yeah, I was pretty shocked that the critics hated this movie. They really did not like it. So, and then I know it's regarded as a comedy classic. So, what? I don't know. They just didn't. Like the Rotten Tomato score is 40%. I mean, only 40% of critics liked it. Oh, I liked it because this is Chris Farley's best comedy movie. You know, can't go wrong with this. And David Spade's probably his best movie too. To be fair, you know, I do love Joe Dirt, but next we got Maxine, also an A24 release, and I also got this for $7.50 on sale. This is the conclusion to Ty West's, I guess, like trilogy to X, then Pearl, and now Maxine. And I missed this one when it came out to theaters as well. I remember it wasn't in theaters very long, and I was kind of disappointed because I did want to see it. I have X and I have Pearl, and I love both those movies, so I am definitely excited to check this out because I still have yet to see it, even though it's you know been over a year since it came out. So yeah, vaccine. And then my only purchase I made from eBay this month, which I got, technically I ordered it in September and it arrived in October. So I'm counting it as an October buy, okay? Don't hate the player, hate the game. That is the Shazam Fury of the Gods Steelbook. And I can't remember. It is the 4K, okay. I couldn't remember if it was just the Blu-ray or if it was the 4K release. It is the 4K release. And the artwork on this cover is beautiful. I love the cover artwork, and I'm just okay with this movie. It's an okay sequel to the original Shazam, which I love the original Shazam. I thought that was one of the better DC EU movies, and I thought this was just an okay follow up. But I mean, the DCEU at that point was basically dying, so what are they supposed to do? And who knows? Maybe that end credit scene of this movie comes back to pay off, where he meets with Cominos and Harcourt, and I don't know, maybe we see Shazam again in the future, in the new DCU. We'll see. So, next on the list was a nice pre-order I did because I did not want to miss this movie to complete the Lord of the Rings trilogy on Steelbook, and that is The Return of the King, which this only just came in like maybe 4 days ago. It took a while for when it initially released for me to actually get it, which I was worried that they were going to be sold out. That's why I pre-ordered it. So I'm glad I did. I wanted to have the full trilogy on Steelbook, and I haven't even unwrapped it yet because, like I said, I just got it like 4 days ago, and yeah. But this is amazing that I finished my collection. All these are 4K with the extended cut as well. So I'm excited to watch all three of these because it's been a while. Probably been 3 years since I watched Lord of the Rings, and I showed my girlfriend them for the first time. And I want to show her the extended cuts because, yeah, I think it's time to expose more. And next, I picked up on 4K Fantastic Four First Steps. And I got this because when on release day, I was looking online at Walmart, and it actually was listed at $26.99. So I was like, huh. I'm like, that's not bad for a brand new release on 4K. Normally it's about $29.99. And when I went to Walmart, that physical location, they actually rang in at $29.99, which I did get price check and save that $3, baby. Let's go. Woo, woo, woo. So, and I really love this movie. You can see my full review that I did when this movie came out. And yeah, so I thought this movie was great. I think this was probably my favorite Marvel movie of the year. It's close with Thunderbolts, but definitely way, way better than Brave New World. Fuck that movie. One day I'm going to make a video about that movie, about how much it made me frustrated, but we'll get into that another time. Next, I got the new Superman on 4K, and I did make a short about this cover because it's funny. I went to go get Fantastic Four, and I was not planning to get Superman at all because I was going to wait for this to go on sale, hopefully for like Black Friday or something. But I saw this case, and I'm like, I can't say no. So I bit the bullet and bought it full pop because I didn't want to miss out on this beautiful case and take the risk of not getting this. Because I know my luck. I'm going to order it from Amazon, and it's going to come with no fucking sleeves. It's a naked ass 4K. So I like my 4Ks dressed. Thank you, Amazon. And yeah, but I really love that they've made this reticular cover, and they need to make more things like this. It just looks beautiful on the shelf and in the collection. So big shout out to whoever decided to do that. And I love this movie. I know a lot of people are mixed on it, but I thought it was a great Superman movie, and it was also a great start to the new DCU going forward. And I'm looking forward to see what James Gunn has planned. I guess we'll find out next year with Lanterns and Supergirl. Speaking of James Gunn, I also picked up Slither, his first directorial movie, and I've been wanting to get this movie for a long time on Blu-ray, and finally got to a price that I was happy with paying, which was $16.99. And this is a great horror movie. If you have not seen it, this was a release from Scream Factory, and definitely check this out. I know we just passed Halloween for horror movies and stuff, but this is just a really well done movie, and you'll see a lot of James Gunn familiar people like Nathan Fillion and Michael Rooker, guys that are in pretty much every James Gunn movie. So definitely check this out if you are a fan of horror movies. And yeah, it's a really good, or just James Gunn. It's very good, very enjoyable. Next, I did make a short about this movie because of how much I was disappointed in myself for not supporting this movie when it first came out in theaters, which was last year, I believe. Yeah, last year, 2024. Transformers 1, the animated movie that came out last year. And this is by far the best Transformers movie, in my opinion. And I wish it made more money at the box office than it did, because we're never going to get a sequel to this. And it's really too bad because this movie did not make it money. So they're never going to give us a sequel. But if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out because it's really cool. Like origin story for Optimus Prime, Megatron on Cybertron, about how they met and everything else. So definitely worth a watch. And I got this during the Paramount sale on Amazon when a bunch of movies went on sale. I believe it was like $15 on 4K. So definitely worth a pickup. All right, and next I picked up during that Paramount sale as well, Titanic on 4K, which I was wanting to get the Blu-ray for a while, and I just haven't done it. And when I saw this on sale for $15, I was like, you know what? It's worth. I'm excited to see this in 4K, to see how it looks and sounds, especially. And yeah, I mean, shout out to Amazon. Then those loose discs, you know how that happens in that shipping, you know. So yeah, like I said, Titanic on 4K, classic movie. James Cameron. All right, and then also from Amazon, I picked up the original Scream on Blu-ray for, I believe it was $8.99, and I know they just put out the new, um, I believe it was a 4K release or steelbook or something. I think it was a steelbook maybe, but I was just like, you know what? I don't know why I don't have this already in my collection, and I really just wanted to get it. But this is a classic Wes Craven movie that kind of redefined horror movies in the 90s. And yeah, you can't really go wrong with this, which I'm a big fan of basically all the Scream movies except for number 3. I guess that one's probably the weakest one by far, but even the newest ones have been great. And I'm excited next year, Scream 7. So we'll see how they do with that. And also for $8.99 on 4K, The Big Lebowski, the Coen brothers comedy classic from what year was it? 1998. 1998. That's crazy. This movie's that old. Um, but this is the dude, one of the iconic movie characters, probably of all time. And I guess this is technically the 20th anniversary. So this came out a while ago. Is yeah, we're way past the 20-year mark. But anyway, I thought it was a great buy, and I only had the DVD of this, so I never had the Blu-ray, and it was definitely a worthy upgrade for the collection. Yeah. And then next, this was an absolute steal, and this was another DVD upgrade to Blu-ray that I was debating on getting for a while, and I got it for less than $5 from Amazon, Shutter Island. And I'm surprised. I was looking up people talking about this movie, about how mixed people were on this movie. I remember when this movie came out and people loved it. They loved the whole like twist ending. I'm not going to give it away if you haven't seen it. That's for another time. But I thought this was a very great movie that Martin Scorsese made with Leonardo DiCaprio. And yeah, like I said, it's got a very interesting twist, and it's a cool like mystery thriller type movie. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. But I'm sure most people have, because this movie came out in like 2008. Fuck, it's old. And finally, the last movie that I picked up for the month of October, and this is a movie from my childhood that I watched a lot, and I actually really liked it. And the last time I watched it was probably about 5 years ago, and I remember being like, "Wow, like this has not aged well at all." But I saw the steelbook on sale, and that was Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and it was a steelbook that I literally got for $8.99 as well, and I was like, I can't say no. It's I do like the cover artwork, and like I said, we'll see. Maybe I'll watch it again and maybe have a different view on it than I did 5 years ago. But like I said, this movie was from 2001, so definitely dated, but it does have its moments still, and Angelina Jolie kicks some ass in it. So yeah, so that was the haul. That was the movies I picked up for the month of October. So what do you think? Have you seen any of these movies, or do you own any of these movies in your collection? And if so, let me know. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you think of any of the movies that I added to the collection this month. And we'll see how November goes, because November, Black Friday, always big sales for movies. That's like a Black Friday staple. So hopefully that continues this year, and hopefully don't go too crazy with spending as well. Anyway, I just want to say thank you. I just hit 1,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you so much if you have subscribed. If not, if you haven't, please subscribe and drop a like. And I'd love you to come along this journey as we continue this talking about movies and collectibles and trading cards. And yeah, let's see what happens, man. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye.